The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter, text number 13, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on June 13th, 1969, at the New Vrindavan Farm Community.
Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadavayam Dadati Sabdante Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taprakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Brahman Te Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakalpadarbhashta Kripasindabhayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhyo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Atho Mahabhago Bhavanamo Bhadrik Suchisrava Sattarataddhitabrata Urukramasya Khilabanda Muktai Samadhina Anusmara Tadvichastitam. Each and every word of Srimad Bhagavatam full long volumes of explanation, each and every word. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidya Bhagavatam. One's learning will be understood when he is able to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Vidya. Vidya means learning. Not this science, that science. One can understand Srimad Bhagavatam in true perspective. Then he is to be understood that he has finished his all educational advancement. Avadhi means this is the limit of education. Vidya Bhagavata Avadhi. Here, Narada says that Okila Bandha Muktaye, you should present literature for the people so that they can become liberated from this conditional stage of life. Not that he should more and more entangle them in this condition. That is the main theme of Narada's instruction to Vyasdev. Why should you present rubbish literature? To continue the condition is meant for giving liberation to the living entities from this material bondage. People do not know what is the aim of education. The aim of education, the aim of civilization, perfection of civilization should be how people should get liberated from this conditional life. That is the whole scheme of Vedic civilization, to give liberation to the people. So it is said, Okila Bandha Muktaya. Samadhina Okilasya Bandhasya Muktaye. Okilasya Bandhasya. We are in conditional state, perpetually bound up by the laws of material nature. This is our status. And Narada is giving instruction to Vyasdev, the present literature, so that they can become liberated. Don't give them more and more opportunity to continue this condition. Akila bandhana. Akila. Akila means complete, wholesale. And who can give this contribution? That is also stated that Ato Mahabhago Bhavan Amoghatri, whose vision is clear. Whose vision is clear. Is it disturbed?
Is it disturbing you?
Yes. Clear vision. Unless one has clear vision, how he can do welfare activities? He do not know what is welfare. His vision is clouded. If one's vision is clouded, if you do not know what is the destination of your journey, how you can make progress? Therefore, the qualification, those who are prepared to do good to the human society, they must have clear vision. Where is the clear vision? Everyone is becoming leader, everyone is trying to lead people, but he himself is blind. He does not know what is the end of life. Nati vidu shartha gatim Vishnu. So therefore, Vyasdev can do it, because he has clear vision. Narad sacrificed. Narad knows his disciple what is the position. A spiritual master knows what is the condition. Just like a physician knows by simply feeling the beating of pulse, an expert physician can know what is the condition of this patient. And he treats him and gives him medicine accordingly. Similarly, a spiritual master who is actually spiritual master, he can know, he knows the pulse beating of the disciple. And he therefore gives him particular kind of medicine so that he may be cured. So, Narad Muni knows what is the status of Vyasdev. He knows that he has got clear vision. Amoghadrik. Vedanta Swami says, Amogha means Mogha means sinful. And Amogha means without any sin. Amogha. So long one leads sinful life, he cannot have clear vision. Diseased condition. How? Physician heals life, he cannot have clear. Amoghadrik means he is liberated person. He can see. Amoghadrik. Drik means vision. Amoghadrik. And Suchisrava. Suchisrava. Suchisrava means whose srava means oral reception. Who has received knowledge by oral reception in pure heart, from the pure source. Suchisrava. Suchi means pure, srava. Srava means hearing. Suchi, these are the qualifications of the person who can actually do benefit to the human society. Not that everyone can do. That is the mistake of the everyone is giving some idea and some theory that this way there will be peace, there will be nice thing in the world. But he does not know that he has to receive from the pure source by oral reception. One has to hear from the pure source what is actually benefit to the human society. These are the qualifications. Suchisrava. Then next word is Sattarata. Sattva means truth, and rata means engaged. One who is engaged in the matter of the absolute truth, not relative truth. Absolute sattva rata. And Dhita Vrata. Dhita Vrata means vow. And Dhita means who has taken vow that I shall do this. These are the qualifications. Now, when these qualifications are there, then Narad-muni entrusts Vyasdeva that you can liberate all the conditioned souls. How? Conditioned soul, samadhina anusmara tad vichistitam. Simply you try to contemplate, meditate on the activities of the Supreme Lord. Samadhina. This is samadhi. Yoga process means to come to the stage of samadhi. Ashtanga yoga. Yoga means there are 8 different stages, and the last stage is called samadhi. The first stage is yam, sanyam, controlling the senses. Yoga indriya sanyam. The beginning of yoga system means you have to control your senses. This is the first beginning. It is not a plaything. That you do all nonsense and you become a yogi. No. These things are very clearly explained in the Bhagavad Gita. You have to regulate your life, you have to stop sex life, you have to eat certain procedure, you have to sit under certain procedure. In this way, you have to follow so many regulative principles. That is called yam. Niyam. Niyam means regulative principle. Yam means controlling the senses. Yam and niyam. Then asana. Then sitting posture. Generally, in these yoga societies in your country, they give some lesson on the sitting posture and people become captivated that he is practicing yoga. No. First one has to follow regulative principles and control the senses, then practice the sitting posture. Yang, niyam, asana, prana. And when your sitting posture is correct, then you can exercise breathing. Exercise. Breathing exercise means the nostril which is stopped breathing. You have to press that side and try to breathe from the other side. In this way, breathing exercise. Yam, niyam, asana, prana. This is called prana. Then dhyan, meditation. And what is that meditation? That meditation, here it is recommended. Tad vichestitam. Meditation on the activities of the Supreme Lord. If the Supreme Lord is impersonal, then what is the question of activities? And how you can concentrate your mind something impersonal? Bhagavad Gita says that klesha odhikatarastisham abbhakta shaktachetasam. Those who are trying to meditate on the impersonal feature, their process is very troublesome. Klesha odhikatara. Odhikatara means greater. Any spiritual realization without painstaking, without accepting some voluntary trouble, and nobody can very easily, eating, drinking, wearing, no, that is not spiritual advancement. One has to accept voluntarily some principle. That is called tapasya. Dhyan means meditation. So that then dharana. Dharana means meditating, then the subject matter will be fixed not move. Not that every day I am meditating on some new subject. No. The meditation is Vishnu Murti. Actually, those who are yogis, they meditate on the four-handed Vishnu Murti. Matpara. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Matpara. Unto me. Either Krishna or Vishnu. That is meditation. Dhyan dharana. And one is practiced. Meditating, first beginning from the lotus feet. These things are all explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Then gradually, when you have practiced to think of Krishna's lotus feet or Vishnu's lotus feet, then you proceed. Then the thighs, then the waist, then the chest, then the mouth, the face. Then in this way, one after another, you have to meditate. In this way, when your meditation is fixed up, that is called dharana. Dharana, then it is not moving. Dhyan dharana. Then pratyahara. Pratyahara means that your senses have been withdrawn from material engagement. The example is just like the tortoise. The tortoise can wind up all these parts of the limbs of the body within, immediately. And when it is required, it can expand. So pratyahara means that you have to withdraw the sensual activities inside. Then when you withdraw your senses for inside activities, that is Krishna consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. You have to think always how to satisfy Krishna. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam. Therefore Rishik means the senses. And Rishikesa means the master of the senses. Krishna is the master of the senses. I am possessing my hand, but actually the owner of the hand is Krishna. These things are very nicely explained in Bhagavad Gita. Matta satigyanam apohananch. Suppose you are writing with your hands. So your memory must be acting. Otherwise you cannot write. If your memory, if your brain does not act, how you can write? Suppose you are typing. If memory does not act, then what is the use of this hand or your leg? And then Bhagavad Gita says, Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishta. I am sitting in everyone's heart. Matta smriti jnana. The knowledge and memory is from me. Therefore, when Krishna gives you memorization, gives you knowledge, then you can write or do something. Therefore, this hand is not yours. It is Krishna's. And Krishna consciousness means to know that this hand does not belong to me, it is Krishna's. Therefore, it must be engaged in Krishna's service. Rishi, this India, this sense, Rishikena, by these senses. Rishikesa, the master of the sense, should be served. Rishikena, Rishikesa Sevanam, service. Bhakti, this is Bhakti. Bhakti is nothing new or something extraordinary. Simply to know, to be conscious that all my senses, they belong to Krishna. Just like I am sitting here. These boys, they who are conducting this new Vrindavan, they have kindly given me this seat. So this is an example. So this seat, I am a sannyasi, this seat does not belong to me, but I am sitting very comfortably because they have given to me. Similarly, these hand, legs, all these senses, five knowledge acquiring senses and five active senses, 10 kinds of senses, and the mind is in the center. All these senses belong to Krishna. So sarvapadi vinimuktam tatparatena nirmalam rishikena rishikesa sevanam bhakti ruchyate. What is the bhakti? Krishna consciousness. That one has to purify the senses. Aham mameti. Now I am claiming that this hand is my hand. This is mine, this is mine, this is I, this is mine, this is the disease. Aham mameti janasya mohoyam. What is illusion? This is illusion, my and mine. Everyone is claiming it is my body, it is my wife, it is my child, it is my country, it is my society, my this, my. And I, unless I, there is no mind. So, aham mameti, this is the disease. And Krishna consciousness has to cure this disease. This cure this disease. To cure this illusion. What is that? When I understand that I have no existence without Krishna, I am part and parcel of Krishna. In that sense I am Krishna also. That means to understand one's identification. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nive Swarupa Nitya Krishna Das. Because I am part and parcel of Krishna, then what is my duty? To serve Krishna. There is no other duty. Any other duty I manufacture, that is illusion. That is mine. Any duty I manufacture. So under illusion, I am manufacturing duties. This is called conditional life. So Vasudeva's advice that Akhila Bandha Mukta, the people are under illusion, I and mine. So just try to get them liberated from this illusion. This is Vaishnava's duty. Just like Narad is advising Vasudev, Vasudev is advising his disciple, Madhyacharya is advising his disciple. This is Vaishnavism. They are not concerned for personal self. Akhila Bandha Mukta. Just try to liberate all these conditions. Just like Lord Jesus Christ. For himself he was Son of God. He has nothing to do. God consciousness he was. He is perfectly, he knows everything. But why he was crucified? Because he wanted to work for others. That is Vaishnavism. Lord Chaitanya advises therefore, Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna bode. Krishna consciousness means whoever you meet. Suppose I practice some yoga practice, suppose I become perfect. So that I make for myself. For myself. But Krishna consciousness is so nice, just like Vasudeva's advice for others. Yes, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Tacha tasmat manusheshu kaschit me priyakrittam. So, Narad advises that you do this. What is that? Urukramasya. Each and what is meaningful. Urukrama. Uru means uncommon. Uru. Uru means great. And krama. Krama means activities. So, who is Urukram? Urukram is Krishna, God. His activities are uncommon. Just see, this Pacific Ocean is just like in a cup and it is floating in the sky. Is it not? We see, oh, it is vast ocean. But what is the position of this? This vast ocean is in a cup and it is floating in the sky. That's all. Let's see, this is called Urukrama. This is God's activity. Can you float a cup of water in the sky? Is it possible? Let any scientist come and make any arrangement. They have discovered all this gravity of this called gravitation. So many things they have discovered. But let them fly a cup of water in the sky. Is it possible? Is there any scientist? Therefore, wonderful activities means the wonderful actor means Krishna, Urukrama. Urukrama just like Bhavande. Bhavande, he asked Bali Maharaj to give him land covering his 3 feet. So he said, my dear sir, you are asking from me land, you ask something more. Your feet is so small, what you will do with these 3 feet? Or he said, yes, it is all right. So by the 1 feet, the whole universe became covered, upside, and another feet, the downside. And then there is no place to state the another feet. Therefore it is called Urukrama. There is a Krishna. Krishna, at the age of 7 years, he lifted the Govardhan hill, just like the children plucks out the flower like this, immediately lift. This is called Urukrama. Uncommon, wonderful. Therefore Krishna's name is, another name is Urukrama. So here it is stated that Tad Vichestitam, his activities, whose activities? Urukramastra, who acts wonderfully. Not that somebody is meditating, his activities should be described. What wonderful things he has done. We are accepting anyone as God, but we do not taste. What proof he has given to become God? Here is God, Urukrama. Here is God. We accept Krishna as God. He has done from the very childhood uncommon, wonderful activities. We are not fooled that we accept somebody, nonsense, having a great beard and we accept God. No. We must see that he has wonderful activities. What is that wonderful activities? First of all, taste. So here it is said, Urukramasya, if you describe the activities of the Supreme Lord who acts wonderfully, then Samadhina, that you can, that Samadhi, Yoga Samadhi. After passing all these stages, when one comes to the Samadhi, fixed up, his concentration, meditation, fixed up on Krishna and Vishnu, that is called Samadhi, and in that Samadhi, one can become liberated simply by thinking of the activities of the Lord. How it is so? It is described in the Bhagavad Gita that Janma karma me divyam ju janati tattva takta dehang punat janma naiti mameti kom. If somebody knows actually what are my activities, then simply by knowing what are my activities, he becomes liberated. They see how Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavat is working. What is said by, this is called parampara system. That what is spoken in the Bhagavad Gita by the Lord himself is here also confirmed by Narada. You don't find any contradiction. In the Bhagavad Gita, just like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityaga, and And what we are saying, that you give up everything, just become Krishna conscious. The same thing. Therefore, it is for liberation. What was spoken by God himself directly, the same thing is spoken by Narada, and same thing we are speaking also. So, these are the points, how one can spiritually make advance. Urukramasya akhilavanda muktaye samadhina anusmara tad vichestitam. Tad vichestitam means these activities. Krishna also says, janma karma me divyam jivajanati tattata taktadiham. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Jai Krishna Tattva Vetta Shai Guruha. Anyone who understands factually what are the activities of Krishna, what is Krishna, he is spiritual. He is spiritual. Therefore Vyasdev, Narada is spiritual master, Vyasdev is spiritual master, anyone who knows by following their footprints is also spiritual master. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jai Krishna Tattva Vitta Shai Guru Ho. And one who knows Krishna Tattva, he becomes immediately liberated. Because it is said here, Akhila Bandha Mukta. Liberated from all conditions of material nature. So a spiritual master means one who knows Krishna, and as soon as one knows Krishna, he is liberated. Therefore, a spiritual master is liberated. Or a spiritual master, anyone who knows Krishna Tattva, he immediately liberated. Akhila Bandha Mukta. Samadhina. This has to be meditated. Anusmara. There is another word, anusmara. Anusmara means you don't manufacture your meditation. You try to follow the footprints who have had actually meditated. So, then your meditation will be. Not that you manufacture some process of meditation and you get perfection. No. Anusmara. And again he says, what is the subject matter of meditation? Tad vichestitam, the activities of the law. So, if you simply remember how Krishna is teaching Arjuna, what he is speaking, and how Arjuna is receiving, that is meditation. That is meditation. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu approved one Brahmin. He was illiterate. Alphabetic character, what to speak of reading. But when he was initiated, his spiritual master said, you read daily so many chapters of Bhagavatam. The spiritual master knew that he is illiterate. And he also knew that I am illiterate, I cannot know what is alphabet Sanskrit. Still, the order of spiritual master, this is discipleship. All right, my spiritual master said, I shall try to read. So how he was reading, he took the book and he was saying the book and that's all. His friends who knew that this man is illiterate and what he is reading, Mr. Such and such, how you are reading? Criticizing. He was silent because he knew that I am illiterate. My friends are criticizing, that's all right, what can I do? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that these things are going on in the Ranganatham. But he saw that this Brahmin is very gentle and great, and he is handing the book, that's all. See, in fact, my dear Brahmin, what you are reading? He said, he could understand that he is not criticizing, he is a great man. So he said, sir, what can I say? My spiritual master asked me to read every day Bhagavad Gita, so many chapters, but I am illiterate. I cannot read. Therefore I have taken the book simply seeing, that's all. What can I do? But I see you are sometimes crying. Huh? You must be reading, otherwise how you are feeling and how you are crying. Yes, I am feeling. That's okay. How? What is that? Then as soon as I take this book, Bhagavad Gita, the picture of Krishna and Arjuna comes before me. I see that both Krishna and Arjuna are sitting on the chariot and Krishna is instructing Bhagavad Gita. So I am appreciating how Lord is kind, that he has accepted the charioteer to become a charioteer of his devotee. He is so kind. So when I feel this, that Krishna is so kind that he becomes the servant of his servant, and that feeling gives me some ecstasy and I cry. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately embraced him. Your Bhagavad Gita reading is perfect. Yes. So this is the thing. Tadvichastitam. He is simply thinking of the activities of Krishna and Arjuna. That's all. That is perfect reading of Bhagavad Gita. It does not require to read Bhagavad Gita